So this bear market has been going on for quite a while now, and you might be wondering, when will it end? What will finally turn around the market sentiment and kickstart the next bull run? Well, a lot of people have pointed to various events in the past few months, but none of them actually did so, right? We've been waiting for Chinese New Year's, for the consensus conference, and so on and so forth. None of them made a difference. But that doesn't mean that it isn't interesting and potentially useful to speculate on what kind of events can turn around the sentiment and get the money back into the markets and kickstart this next bull market. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 possible events that could do so. And of course, it's going to be based on analysis, research, and logic. So if you're curious about those 4 scenarios, all you have to do to learn more is just keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin for Beginners and my series Kevin Talks Crypto, where I pick the interesting topics in the crypto space, do research about them, and share with you my findings. So if this video is interesting to you at all, then you can help me out real quick by smashing that like button and clicking down below to subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, so let's get started. So during this extended bear market, most technical analysts or chart traders say that the market won't recover until it is ready. These traders stick to analyzing charts to identify trends and assess probabilities of future price targets. However, we can also analyze certain events that could give the crypto market a significant enough of a jolt to change the current negative sentiment and kickstart the next bull run. After all, we've seen certain events in the past single-handedly cause corrections or runs for the crypto market. So while we wait patiently for the market to recover, let's take a look at some of these possibilities that could encourage a change in the current trends. Number 1 is Bitcoin ETFs. Now, the crypto community has been holding its breath and waiting for Bitcoin ETF to be approved by the US SEC for many months now. Why do people want a Bitcoin ETF that badly? Well, because in theory, it could bring a flood of institutional money into Bitcoin, thus increasing demand and improving how the asset is viewed to the broader public. So far, the SEC has rejected several Bitcoin ETFs proposed by the likes of ProShares, Granite Shares, the Winklevoss twins, Gemini, etc. They cited reasons such as the likelihood of manipulation, lack of maturity in the market, amongst others. Of all the SEC commissioners, only Hester Pierce was pro-crypto. This, however, changed recently in September 2018 when Elad Roisman was confirmed as commissioner. 2 out of 5 members on the SEC commission are now notably pro-crypto, which is a promising step for a future Bitcoin ETF. One notable outstanding ETF proposal is by Van Eck and SolidX. The SEC has delayed this one until February 2019. This is considered the most promising one because they will buy and hold actual Bitcoin instead of just futures contracts. With a multitude of delays and rejections, any news of a Bitcoin ETF finally being approved by the SEC can jumpstart a bull run when investors decide to buy Bitcoin before institutional funds flood in and it's too late. Number 2 is China. The Chinese government has historically been very strict on all things cryptos since late 2017. They enacted a ban on ICOs and also on crypto trading and exchanges in their country. When this news first dropped, it caused the crypto market's corrections on its own. The Chinese citizens used to dominate the global cryptocurrency trading volume. However, after the ban, the percentage of all volume of crypto trading that was accountable to the Chinese citizens dropped to under 1% per a Chinese government report. Some analysts and Chinese crypto figureheads have stated that they believe the Chinese government will eventually ease up on regulations and reopen the Chinese market to crypto. If and when that happens, it can cause a wave of Chinese money to flood back into the market, thus increasing demand and perpetuating another bull run. Number 3, major technological advancements. One of the biggest hurdles to mass adoption that was painfully evident during late last year was the inability of major crypto coins to handle high volumes and scale. Bitcoin and Ethereum both had instances of extremely high fees, and sometimes the network would grind to a halt. This is not acceptable for both a worldwide peer-to-peer digital cash system and a global distributed computing network. Since then, development teams have been hard at work building scaling solutions for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, such as Lightning Network, and for Ethereum solutions like Casper, Sharding, and Plasma that promise to increase scalability drastically. Some of these solutions are unproven and will have roadblocks that will need to be solved in order to truly succeed. If a big technological advancement happens, like the Lightning Network routing limit is solved or Ethereum's Casper is launched, then the crypto markets could respond extremely positively. After all, evangelists could truly push for mass adoption without any reservations at that point. For Ethereum, all the dApps out there which were limited by fees and throughput would truly be able to shine and would be able to work without any noticeable performance degradation from the end user perspective. Both projects would be able to achieve their massive potential, and smart money would likely move into them accordingly. Last but not least, regulation clarity is a big deal because right now it's no secret that there's a cloud of regulatory uncertainty hanging over many crypto markets in the US and elsewhere in the world. US companies running ICOs have been shut down or reprimanded by the SEC. In the US, various laws have been dictated that cryptocurrencies can be treated as commodities under the CFTC, securities under the SEC, currencies under FinCEN, property under the IRS, and more. Even for individuals like you and I, the IRS hasn't been clear as to how cryptocurrency trading should be handled, for example, like-kind exchanges, whether they apply or not. All of this uncertainty is making retail investors and companies much more wary of embracing crypto, leaving a lot of capital on the sideline. Some people and companies move over to friendly places like Malta, Singapore, Puerto Rico, etc., but obviously the vast majority of us cannot do that. If regulatory clarity comes out in countries like the US or India that are favorable for cryptocurrencies, it could be a huge mover for the crypto market. If that sideline capital comes rushing back in, we can see trading velocity increase drastically and the ICO market start to ramp up again. So in conclusion, of course, none of these four catalysts are a sure bet to happen, nor are they required in order for the next bull market to begin. It could be a totally different event or reason that causes the crypto markets to reverse its current bear mode. However, based on my analysis, these four big reasons are most likely candidates to move crypto markets. After all, events similar to these four have moved markets before. That's why we'll be on the lookout for these to happen and cross our fingers that they happen soon. Alright everybody, that's it, and thank you for watching. As always, if you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them down in the comments below and I will definitely read everyone and get back to you. Also, if you could support me real quick by smashing that like button and subscribing if you haven't already, that would also help me out immensely. This is Kevin. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day and I will catch you guys in the next video.